What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is the second trailer, but kind of the first full-length trailer because the teaser was very short.
The teaser was not much of anything, so we're just calling this the first official trailer.
For The Little Mermaid, a movie that has not been controversial in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just dive into it, and then we'll give our thoughts after, because I have thoughts.
All right.
On deck!
All hands on deck!
That's pretty bad. That escalated real quick.
How much gasoline did they have on their boat? Let's go!
Broke the rules. You went to the above world.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has to stop.
I just want to know more about them.
Ariel, don't!
Poor child.
The fish speaking is weird.
You can't live in that world unless you become a human yourself.
Is that even possible?
That's what I live for.
Oh, I dig the Ursula design.
Yeah, Ursula looks really good.
And that's how Ariel died of the bends.
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
She got legs, you idiot.
The animals weird me out.
Yeah. There's also some of this movement, I'm sorry, does not look good.
Yeah. He's a very handsome boy.
Oh, I understand why she would become human for him, you know? Like,
He's a human. You're a mermaid.
That doesn't make us enemies.
Just give it a few thousand years. Global warming will change your mind.
alright.
So weird. It's so weird.
It is weird.
Because it's not even that it's bad.
She sounds great.
She sounds great. She looks great. He looks great.
The movement, well...
Some of the underwater stuff, just because we just had Avatar and James Wan's Aquaman, we've had these movies that have kind of made underwater... And yeah, although there were times I also didn't love some of the underwater stuff in Wakanda Forever as well.
Yeah, but the movement, I think, looked a lot better than it did here.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something conceptually about it that isn't working for me.
Yeah.
And the moment that I realized in this trailer what that was when Ursula's magic starts to happen. And that looked so animated. And
yeah.
Ursula looked so hyper-realistic. Like, she looks... maybe hyper-realistic is not the right term. But she looks within the realm of, playful realism.
Okay.
And then you cut to, Flounder and the Bird and Sebastian. They look silly.
Yeah.
But not silly enough for it to be fun. Silly in a way that makes me kind of, feel weird about it.
Yeah.
I like all of the human stuff. I think some of the hair underwater isn't moving in a way it makes their faces almost fuzzy.
Yes, there's a lot of fuzzy lines.
Yeah.
In especially where the light hits along the tail and the hair, especially when it's moving, that makes it look a little funky. And I'm not usually one who notices those kinds of things. Not gonna lie.
You're not that picky about it.
Well, in movies a little bit more so, but in trailers move so fast, I generally don't notice if something looks a little bit off. But I noticed, and I think that says something.
I wonder if Avatar 2 hadn't just come out, if I would be less judgmental of the underwater stuff.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, we're recording this during the Oscars. It's about to win awards for how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, it's an unfair comparison. But I just think, like, there's just something about this movie that just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And everything they've shown...
Also, what was Triton's accent? I could not place it.
I think that's just his voice.
Huh? The actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
wonder
going to say
what
Guillermo
that
del
accent
Toro, but that's not.
is.
I need to hear it again.
He only has, like, the line
but
kind of near the end.
I think it's just his speaking voice.
So weird.
But that coming from the fish is so strange.
I know.
I don't know. I kind of wish they had just been like, when they're underwater, it's a little bit more fun. And then maybe above water it isn't. And like they play with realism that way.
Yeah.
But the like live action of this movie is so... Because
odd.
is the crab actually talking to her? Like, does Eric understand the crab?
Fever dream?
Because if Eric can't understand the crab and it isn't real anyway, then why make it look real?
Yeah, like maybe Ariel can understand crab and like we get subtitles. You know, like...
No. The crab has to talk.
No, the crab is just like... And Ariel's like, yes.
So the pelican like squawks and you just read what he's saying?
Yeah.
That might actually work better for me.
Flounder just has like bubbles. Like.
But underwater you can understand them, but out of water you can't. I don't know. There's just something about like...
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I think that this movie I think the response to this movie generally has been mixed. And I think that an unfair amount of that response is going to be put on the Black Mermaid element.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be people who just don't like the movie that much because of other things, but they're going to buy into a narrative about the movie that like, oh, they made Ariel black and so this whole movie doesn't work and it's that's the reason. Whereas I think that nothing about the marketing for this movie works for me, and none of that has to do with Ariel being black.
No.
But there's going to be a narrative about this film that is going to place the blame on that is going to be unfair.
It's the thing that's easy for people to latch onto. People who like aren't smart enough to think for themselves are going to be like, yeah, I didn't like that movie either. It must be because of this, right? Mm.
Or we'll see the movie and it will, when you watch it as a film, it will work. Because it will be consistent all the way through. But there was something so fun and vibrant about Ursula's cave that didn't translate to anything else in that trailer.
Yeah.
And granted, Ursula is in many ways the best part of the original animated film, right? Like, there's so much fun in it. But yeah, I don't know.
It was a weird one. This is a weird one.
She's a weird one, Mr. Grinch. I don't know. I want to love it.
I know.
I love The Little Mermaid. But like when the pelican talk, you don't like the original movie?
The story is honestly a little lackluster.
That's fair.
You know, don't think about it too hard. It's great for nostalgia, but I actually didn't grow up watching The Little Mermaid. I think I watched it for the first time. Which is
probably because of your name, right?
Well, my mom always wanted to call me Ariel years before this movie came out. And then this movie came out a few years before I was born. And she was like, fuck, people are going to call her Ariel. And people did.
Did this come out before you were born?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
1989.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And so when my mom named me Ariel, you know, I fought tooth and nail to get people to pronounce it correctly.
And I didn't.
But I didn't actually... You did not. But
That's not true. I just called you Little Mermaid in high school.
You did. You called me Little Mermaid.
That is a true story.
I don't think I actually watched this movie until maybe I was 10.
Oh.
And I watched this one, and then I watched The Little Mermaid 2.
I've never seen The Little Mermaid 2.
Don't bother. Well, wait, is it 2 or is it 3 that's bad?
There's a third one?
I think so. There's a few of them.
Disney. Who am I to claim that you're milking your toys for money?
Anyways, it's not a movie that I like grew up watching. I kind of watched it like once at a friend's house when I was 10, and I think I maybe watched it once like another couple years later. And I was always like, yeah, fun, love the music, always love the music. Music is a standout. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the story, The Little Mermaid, I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just think the songs are incredible, and Under the Sea is a bop.
It's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
If you've ever had the chance to hear Titus sing it live, fuck, is that worth it?
Not all of us are so blessed.
Yeah, I got to see this musical front row on Broadway. Because the stage is really high.
Yeah.
And so the front row is...
She's got wheelies.
Student rush tickets. They were $20. They were the cheapest seats because you could, you could only see people from, the waist up. Because you couldn't see the feet.
So people were literally gliding around.
But I'm 6'4". And so I was like, this is amazing. I can see everything. And there's this little girl next to me who's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I see a wall. It really, the Broadway show was not amazing, but, got some of the songs. Mm-hmm. Ed, what's his name, who played Scuttle, was incredible. I literally he was so good, and I enjoyed his performance so much, I wrote him a letter, and I left it at the stage door for him. It's the only time I've ever done that to any actor.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? He literally, the show was okay.
Yeah.
The wheelies were very distracting. And then he would come on stage and the theater was on fire.
All right.
It was wild. It was so cool.
Yeah.
He was so goddamn good and funny and he just crushed it.
Yeah.
And he stole the whole show from me. And I wrote him a letter and I gave it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow. We talked about this a lot. I hope I like this movie. I have not been sold on it. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is Ursula because she does look like the best part of the film so far.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us around the internet, you absolutely can do that. I am at nerdynightly.
I am at Claris Polaris.
And as always, y'all, do something nerdy tonight.
Bye, guys.
Bye.